Hello everybody, welcome to Music Worth Buying. My name's TJR.
And my name is Robert Kinsler.
That's right. And Christmas is fast approaching here. So maybe you haven't really had any ideas about what to give your favorite music lovers for Christmas. And so that's where we're coming in here right now for you to help you out here. We've got Santa Robert here, and he is going to give his recommendation gift guide for you for potential music gifts that you might want to give to that special someone in your life. So, yeah. Robert, Santa Robert, let's talk about this now. You've got a bunch of stuff here.
Yeah, I got all
you want to
kinds of stuff
recommend,
here.
and so where do we want to start here?
Well, let's start at the top, shall we?
Okay, all right.
Okay. So for everybody's Fab Four favorite fan or favorite friend, favorite family member, we have Beatles 1+. Now on the show, I know we did the one reissue, right?
Yeah.
But this is like the deluxe one, and it's amazing. Now it comes as a CD, DVD package, like I have here, or a CD Blu-ray. Yeah, but this is really impressive. It has their top songs.
Their
the
number
ones that were either number ones in the UK,
yeah.
And that is 27 songs, everything from Love Me Do all the way through to The Long and Winding Road. But then it has this bonus videos. These they call them mini movies. Everything from Words of Love to 2 versions of Rain, and this stuff is just amazing. These clips, they look amazing, they sound amazing. I know we went into it in an earlier show, and this comes in this like really neat package that pulls out
like a hardcover book.
Yeah, a hardcover book, and and it goes into each song when they record it. I mean, it's just really lavish.
It's a handsome book. It's very thick. Yeah.
Beautifully illustrated with all kinds of just really interesting story, the history behind this thing and how this came to be, and just great, like 8 days a week, and then it goes into 8 days a week, but what I've really been enjoying, I haven't even got into the book yet. I mean, I just got this. I've just been loving watching these movies. They sound great. I've been playing them on my surround system, and just the sound is just amazing. I mean, it's like hearing. Sometimes you feel like you're almost hearing these recordings for the first time, like we went into.
Now we should mention here. We talked about it on the previous show where you brought in just the CD, single DVD version.
Yeah,
we talked about it. The 27 tracks here have not just been remastered; they've been remixed.
They've been remixed exactly from I guess the original source tapes. The original
by Giles Martin.
By Giles Martin, the son of George Martin.
So this is a remixing, and there is a significant difference on. I've listened to some of this, and I find when I've done my comparisons, there is especially a significant difference when you listen to the earlier tracks compared to the 2009 remasters.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially a big difference there. Yeah. But there is definitely a difference between these and the 2009 remasters. It's definitely noticeable.
And so people that had the original version of the CD one that came out in 2000 is when that was issued, they're going to notice a substantial difference.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if that's what you have. I mean, like I say, I'll probably... I don't know what I'll be doing with that version. I'll probably just keep it in the car just in case something happens to it. This one is going to definitely be in a prized place in my home. I mean, it's just amazing, and I'm very grateful that they came out with it.
And these films are a lot of promotional films, many of which rarely get seen anymore, except maybe at Beatles Fest conventions.
Yeah, that's what I had only seen a couple of some of these I had never seen. Some of them. Like I think Hey Bulldog, I had only seen it at Beatle Fest like 20-something years ago or something. I mean, crazy. And then to see it again, and it never sounded or looked as good as it does on this thing. I mean, even when I was seeing it projected on a, probably from 16mm film or whatever. Yeah. But it just they've restored these in their full visual and sonic glory here. I mean, just you talk about an appropriate Christmas gift, or either for yourself or a loved one. This is it. It's great.
Cool.
So that's the top of my list, but close to that. Now, obviously, the person has to like the artist, but this one is Rush R40 Live. And now, again, this is another one of those multi-format thing. This here it's a one DVD with a very long concert film, and then it's 3 CDs. And this celebrates their R40 tour that just wrapped up earlier in 2015. I got to see them in Irvine Meadows. They were fantastic, and it's this tour. And basically what Rush does is they kind of start their most recent albums, and then they go back all the way to the beginning. They even do Simple Man. So it's just great, and I can't say enough. If you're a Rush fan, you've probably already got this. And if you know someone that kind of likes Rush, maybe get this for a Christmas gift.
Let's see what's inside here. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, I'll take out the media release here, but it comes with a nice book. You can see, again, beautiful, beautiful photos from the tour, you know. That book's inside, and then it has,
Go ahead, yeah. Let's
yeah,
hold that up
then
there.
it has this version here I have, has one DVD and then 3 CDs. So you're getting pretty much, I'm guessing, almost every track that was recorded throughout the tour, you know. Helps if I put it the right way, but you can see it's just a beautiful package. And these are the kind of things that you're thinking of when it comes to gifts. You want to give away very nice gifts, you know. So, but again, obviously somebody has to be a Rush fan. You know?
Of course.
So, so that's a real nice one. And now, let's say you don't like Rush, but you like the Rolling Stones. I cannot say enough great things about this from the vault. Now, what has happened, and once you grab one of these, so the Rolling Stones have been dipping into their personal archives, their personal vault, and they're releasing these seminal recordings. Typically, the versions I have here have usually the same performance on CD, usually a couple audio CDs and a DVD.
Okay.
And Bob Clearmountain has been behind a lot of the audio restoration, and I'm guessing the source tape wasn't always that great. You know, some of these going back to the '60s. But
these are live performances.
These are live performances. Some were originally done on video, some were filmed. So, you know, they're going to vary. But I've been very impressed by all of these. All these I've watched. And, you know, they capture the band at different, you know, the Stones have had different members and stuff in different, you know, bands that have been them, you know, as far as the singers and the locations. And one of these, let me see if this one here, live at the Tokyo Dome. I guess the Stones had for many years been wanting to play in Japan. They had not. So they finally got there in 1990. And they played, I think it was something like 10 sold out shows and stuff. And this was done at and this is just a fantastic concert. I mean, it's just great. Live at Tokyo Dome in 1990. And the other one, this Marquee Club in 1971, another great one where Mick Taylor was new to the band. And it kind of caught the energy like the band after after the
loss of Brian Jones.
After Brian Jones, I eluded me for a second, and it's kind of like the band was having to kind of refine its footing and stuff like that, and it's great, and they're doing just some great songs, you know, but it's really interesting because these help you kind of see the different periods of the Stones and stuff like that, and like I said, most of these, and this one live in Leeds in 1982, so this one. But again, so like you can see, we have three, you know, you're seeing here, we have the 70s, the 80s, and 90s all represent. But the Stones are not being shy. It looks like they're going to continue to issue a bunch of these. And like I said,
want to hear these because I'm a big Stones. It's funny. Over the last few years, I've become a much bigger Stones fan than I've ever been before. Gotten much more into their catalog, so I definitely want to hear these. And I liked on the recent reissue of Sticky Fingers. I really liked all the live tracks on that bonus disc. They were really great.
Fantastic. Yeah, exactly. And you know, the Stones, I think that they're kind of like Bruce Springsteen, where they're starting to say, "Hey, let's go ahead and share some of the stuff. Maybe it wasn't done, you know, like." You know, maybe there was these
the audio recordings weren't perfect.
They were imperfect. But let's go and share these with the fans, and the technology such they can restore the like the recordings, the mixes. They can restore the video footage or the film footage.
Try to make it sound as good as they can make it sound.
And these are definitely not cheap, you know, cash-in things. I mean, these are very credible. You know, keepsakes that you're going to want to have, and I think you're going to want to watch these or listen to these more than one time. They're
excellent.
You know, especially for Stones fans. So what you have to do is figure out if they don't have them, and if you think they might have some, you got to figure out which ones they do or don't have, and then pick those up.
Very good.
You know. Okay. So then continuing, I guess, on the classic rock run here.
Yeah.
So then this is one that I just watched the other day. It's called Queen: A Night at Odeon, and this is Queen. Captured, and this apparently comes as a CD. It comes on vinyl. I have the DVD version here, but this blew me away. I guess this was Queen's first time ever doing a full-length live television show they did on the BBC in 1975.
Oh, okay.
And I'm actually old enough where I saw Queen back in the day, the original Queen with Freddie Mercury. And when they did, let's say, Bohemian Rhapsody, there was a time where they would leave the stage and they would just have the audio. Here, what they've done, and it's really amazing, is they kind of do a medley where they do the opening where Freddie Mercury does a piano and the band comes in. Then they do some other songs, like they do they do Killer Queen, and then they do the March of the Black Queen. Then they go and do the finale. But just how great they were live.
Yeah.
You know, and how they were this hungry young band. You know, you just don't, and it shed so much light on, I think, what made them so special in the beginning, you know, and I'm really thrilled that so many of these great performances are coming out, and it looks and sounds fantastic.
I especially want to see this.
Yeah, this one you do, and it's just amazing. It's like, because I saw Queen back in the day, but I didn't see him back as early as 1975. That's even before my time. So, but it was great to kind of live and see that again and hear it. It's just great, you know. And I definitely recommend that one for Queen fans, you know. Yeah. And a lot of these releases, I think, are kind of under the radar now, because there aren't a lot of stores, or unless you're really looking for it, you're just not going to come across it. You're not going to even walk into a Barnes & Noble and just see this out there.
Yeah, you're not going to come across
Best Buy or anything like that.
Or Target or whatever.
Yeah, Target. They're just not. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to share some of these little gems here. And this one's pretty affordable. It's only a single disc, but like I said, there's other versions of it that are I would think are a little more elaborate. The last thing being Christmas, right? Got my little Christmas cap and we have our little snowman over behind you and stuff. Is I thought I'd showcase a couple new Christmas albums that people probably don't know about. The one I thought that people would want to know about is the Brian Setzer Orchestra has come out with another Christmas album, and I don't think they've come out with one for a while. This is Rockin' Rudolph, and I love this Christmas album. I mean, I know we're both fans of Brian Setzer, a phenomenal guitar player. He gets to showcase that in the band. But these are just really great versions. I mean, I love Carol of the Bells on here. It's just, it's like he does it in the Brian Setzer Orchestra style, but it's just fun. You know, I know we've talked recently about, like, hey, music that's fun. And so much Christmas music to me almost now can be depressing. It's almost like people have to make it heavier than it is, or heavier than it. This is just a fun album. It's gonna make you feel good. It's like, hey, you know, something to drink your eggnog to or something, you know. So really like this one.
Cool.
So, and the most unusual one. Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Seriously.
A Sunshine Christmas.
Really?
Now, I've only had a chance to listen to this once. I am going to be listening to it a couple more times and probably review it. But I have to say, but
go ahead. No, go ahead.
But I was going to say, I never saw this coming. I have reviewed Casey and the Sunshine Band, but I just never figured him as the Christmas music type.
Yeah.
You know, and a couple of songs on there grabbed me like pretty good. A couple of them I'm not sure about, so I want to give another listen. But if you are a fan of the disco era, Earth, Wind, and Fire, kind of the horns and the funk, you know, and disco thing.
Are these original songs or are these covers?
So, there's some, he's written, I'd say about half of them are originals.
Oh, really?
And about half of them are you know, or covers, yeah, you know, yeah. So, but you know, they even do "Go Tell It on the Mountain," and like I said, I don't think this is going to be for everybody. But if nothing else, I think it's kind of fun. You put this on at a party and stuff, and people listen. Hey, who's that? You know, or maybe if you know, I think it's kind of fun. There's been a lot of Christmas albums, but these are the two that kind of stood out to me because well, because this one is so good. Yeah, Brian Setzer's one is so good, and this one is just kind of quirky. I just did, you know, you expect, you know, Josh Groban and all these kind of people, you know, to do Christmas albums. I just didn't see Casey and the Sunshine Band coming. Yeah,
it came out of left field.
Yeah.
And let me, on the Setzer album, let me ask you: is it all covers? Is it part originals?
It's funny. Most of it is covers and stuff, but there is one, and I don't have the credit. They kind of do the Flintstones theme, Yabba Dabba Doo, and they call it Yabba Dabba Yuletide.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of take that theme and stuff and do that. And there's a short version of it, an extended version where they get to really rock out. And get to, and it's just a lot of fun. And anyone that has seen or heard Brian Setzer's previous either
Christmas albums
or non-Christmas albums, you know how much fun he has with the holiday, and it's all in good fun. But you know, I think he spends a lot of time on these recordings, and the arrangements are really smart, and they really work. And they kind of boast, I think, kind of some of the more elaborate Christmas albums. I think back in the day, people like Johnny Mathis and the kind of time they put in with getting the orchestra and the arrangements. And he kind of does that here in 2015.
You know, not to get too far off this topic, but there was an album that he did with the Brian Setzer Orchestra. It was a concept album. It was a concept album he had done where he put together these very complex arrangements. I'm trying to think of the title. It's escaping me right now, and I'm going to be embarrassed.
Maybe we'll put it on the screen while we're talking about it.
I can't think of the title right now. But it was like film noir done as done by the Brian Setzer Orchestra, and it told a cohesive story from start to finish. And it was this very complex concept album. It didn't get a whole lot of notice. I know I talked about it on the show. I still think about that album. I still go back to it every now and again and listen to it again. I still think it's a great album, and it deserved more attention. A Lonely Avenue, I think it was called.
That does sound right. But
we'll look it up and we'll put it up here.
Put it up on the screen.
Well, I feel bad that I can't think of the title right off the top of my head right now, and I guess I don't want to bother to to sit there and look it up on my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
But
We won't be that rude to the viewers.
won't be that rude,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, but there's 20 gazillion things out there and available.
Yeah.
But these are some things that stood out to me that I've got. I go, if I'm getting a gift from somebody, a music
Yeah.
gift or something. These are some things that probably even fans of these artists will, whether you're a fan of Casey and the Sunshine Band or Queen or the Rolling Stones or the Beatles, they may not yet have these either because of the price or because they just haven't heard about them. So I thought
Yeah.
these were some pretty good items. So
You're right.
if you hurry up and run down to your favorite box store or order these on Amazon, hopefully you can get them before Christmas.
You're right about it being under the radar. Even before the day before we did the show on the Beatles 1, I wasn't even aware of it. When you called me and said, hey, I've got the Beatles 1, let's talk about it. I was like, what's that?
Yeah.
Why haven't I heard about
Yeah.
it? It amazes me. Yeah.
It is amazing, yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, Robert, our Senator Robert,
Yeah.
do want to thank you very much.
And Al for TJR, I appreciate
guess.
the help. I appreciate
I guess I had that coming.
I know.
Anyway, but we thank you for watching us here on Music Worth Buying, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays, and have a great new year.
Bye-bye.